Okay, this is how we are going to put together our accordion fold. The first step is to pick two images. You can see I have two somewhat similar images here with two different kinds of flowers. I have a picture that I took in the vertical orientation of some sunflowers, and I have a picture in the horizontal orientation of some wildflowers and some birch trees. It doesn't really matter that one is vertical and one is horizontal because we're going to crop both of them down to squares. Now the first step would be to adjust the photo however you want. In this case my shadows are a little dark, so I might go and get a new adjustment level, curves, and I might take this shadow area and just bring that up oh so slightly, try and bring some of that detail out. And obviously my highlights are too bright, so I'm going to bring that down just a little bit. And that's pretty good there. It's a little too bright. I'm going to bring that shadow. There we go. I think that's good for now. And then the next step would be to crop. I'm going to grab my crop tool over here, or C, the shortcut key. Make sure I have nothing in my width, height, and resolution. And I hold down the Shift key in order to get a square. So I want to find a nice crop at a square. I'm going to include some of that bright sky. I think that's okay. Something like that. Click Enter. Go over here, do the same thing. Hold down the Shift key to get that square. I hold down the spacebar key to get the hand grabber tool. So if my photo goes over here, I can grab it by holding the spacebar. So let's find a nice crop. That'll work there for the square. I want to go ahead and flatten my image. If I look at my layers here, this image I don't think needs any adjustments, but this one I have a new layer here, so I'm going to edit, flatten. You know what, it's a little off. Maybe I'll warm that up a little bit. It's a little on the cool side. So I can go into, let's say, photo filter, and we'll just throw a little warming filter on there. Bring out some of those warm tones. I like that LBA. Yeah, that's getting there. Okay. And then, what else? What am I missing here? It's okay. That'll do for now. Once I've made my adjustments, though, I want to go ahead and flatten. I go to Layer, Flatten Image. Bring all those down to one layer. So I now have a single layer for both of these. I want to resize both of them to 5 inches by 5 inches at 300 pixels per inch. It was 27, it's now 6, so I'm going to choose bicubic sharper, best for reduction. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Remember, image size, I was just using that shortcut key, Command Option I. And 5 inches by 5 inches at 300 pixels per inch. Bicubic sharper. Okay, so now I've adjusted the size of my photo. I've made any other kind of visual adjustments that I want to make, and I'm ready to start the process of blending them together into one accordion. I'm going to go File, New. I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to change the width to 10 inches. I'm going to change my height to 5 inches, 300 pixels per inch, RGB color, 8-bit, white, etc. Okay. Here we go. This is what we're going to start with. I'm going to hit the F key a couple times. I have 1, 2, 3 photos open, and I'm going to go to my first photo. I'm going to hit the F key again, and I want to create slices every ½ inch. I'm going to hit Command Option 0 to look at this at 100%. I'm going to hit Command R, or it's under the View menu, View Rulers, Command R, and that's going to give me this ruler up here. Hold down the space bar to get the hand grabber tool. I can grab that. And if I go over here to the left side, if I hit the Tab key, I can get rid of those tools. If I go over here to the left side, I can grab anywhere over here and then line it up every ½ inch. I can put a slice. Now it looks like if I hold down the Shift key, it will actually snap to that ½ inch kind of. It actually doesn't. Okay. So just grab it and put it in there every ½ inch. Right? And what I'm looking at is the ruler right up here. Okay. Hopefully, I can fast forward this in a video editing software, so you don't have to watch me do all of them. Every ½ inch, new slice, until I've filled the whole photo. Okay. Command 0 to get this view again. And now what I'm going to do is hit the Tab key to get my tools back. I'm going to select the rectangular Marquee tool. Well, actually I can wait. Let's go ahead and do the same thing, the slices to this photo as well. So I'm going to go every ½ inch. I think what happened is I double-clicked the slice, and then it brought me into the options palette for the slices, which can be found in the preferences of the main Photoshop menu. Let's try and double-click and see. Yeah, there it is. So you've got guides, grid, and slices. It's in the preferences. You can change the color, the style. You've got some choices, okay? All right, now we're going to continue looking at, after I have all of my slices in place, looking at getting the final product together. What I'm going to do is just drag this new file out here. I'm going to hit Command minus, set it up so it's a little smaller on my screen. Same thing over here, Command minus, get this a little smaller, and then drag that out. So I've got my 3 files open right here. It doesn't matter which one I start with. Let's go ahead and go to this guy. I'm going to hit the F key, Command minus, and I want to grab my rectangular Marquee tool. Click and hold, and you can see you have some sub options here. Rectangular Marquee tool. I'm going to change fixed ratio or normal to fixed size. I'm going to change the width to 0.5 inches, 0.5 in. Change the height to 5 inches, and click once. It's going to give me this selection. As long as I have this left-hand box, there are 4 options up here. This left-hand box selected, I can click and move that over. Hit the F key again a couple times. And I can either grab the Move tool by clicking it, or while I have the rectangular Marquee tool selected, if I hold down the Option key, you can see that it changes to a pair of scissors. So holding down the Option key, I can line up and drag that new file over here. If I hit the F key, hold down the Option key again, I can get that image to snap into place right there. I'm going to hit F twice again. I'm going to go back to this file now. I'm going to hit the F key. I'm going to use the rectangular Marquee tool. I press a button, I click rather. I move that over, hit the F key a couple more times, hold down the Command key to get the scissors, move it over, hold down the Command key to get it to move, and it'll jump right into place there. And I'm going to keep doing that. So F, F, move over here, hit the F key, move the selection now to the new area. So now you see where the slices were important, where it's going to allow us to grab the selection, snap to the next selection. I'm going to hold down the Command key to get the scissors, drag over here, hold down the F key again, press the F key again, move it over. Here we go. F key, move to our other file, move the selection over, hold down the F key, make sure it's lined up, it's not above or below. Make sure it's where we want it to be, hit the F key, hold down the Command key. And you're going to continue to do this for the entire photo, and eventually you'll have 2 photos. Every ½ inch will be a different photo. And again, hopefully I can fast forward this after recording so you don't have to watch me do the whole thing. But I am going to do the whole thing. Sometimes it can get confusing as to where you are. You can sort of visually try and figure it out. Use the last selection as a guide, and just make sure you're not doubling up on any of these, and you'll figure it out. Oh, let's take a look at what happened there. So, I did not hold down the Command key, and so when I clicked and dragged that selection, it didn't bring the rest of the photo. So I'm going to just undo, Command Z, come back over here. I still have the selection in the right place. I just have to remember to hold the Command key and bring it over. We're almost done. Last one for this photo. And then our last one for this photo. And there we go. Once we're done, I want to look at it at 100%. Again, Command Option 0 will zoom all the way in and make sure that I don't have any white spaces in between the photos. I want to have a seamless blend of photo to photo to photo. And it looks pretty good. A lot of times you'll see something that looks like this, just a little bit of white space. And sometimes you have to go all the way back and do it again. Usually you can make some adjustments. So I'm going around the whole top, making sure that everything's lining up all the way across. Command 0 to look at it full screen, Command minus to zoom out, Command plus to zoom in. So it doesn't look like much now, but once we print and fold the accordion, it's gonna be pretty cool, I think. The last step is gonna be to File, Save As, and remember you always want to save, File, Save As.